Hey there, beautiful Ascension Pioneers. Welcome to an update about the community of Ascension Pioneers, all of us. I kind of managed to squeeze in one last time last time before I moved to make a video. I wasn't really sure whether I'm gonna be able to make one or not, so today I managed to squeeze one in, and I have a feeling, yeah, this is it. So, I don't know, it's been raining here after such a while. It's been immense drought here. And it's like nature has come alive today, even before going out, because I haven't been for 2 days. I had so many things to do with moving, packing and the Ascension messages. And when I went out, even before, I was so hyper with energy. It's like this energy burst. And I feel like how everything is coming alive. And also today is Mary's Assumption Day. And I would like to share with you also in this video the message that was shared with me by angels and the Divine Mother energy that we oftentimes call Mother Mary energy or Isis energy, The energy of all creation is oftentimes referred to as Pistis Sophia. So Sophia, the mother of all creation, that feminine womb. And it's like the moment you give birth to something new through your divine creativity, you're open to this. So Mary, the divine energies have shared with me a message about using our gifts and abilities once and for all and stop hiding in the spiritual closet. And I'm noticing also when I'm doing messages, Ascension messages for people who are requesting them, I'm noticing how much people are shifting in their purpose. It's like almost every second message I get is about the shift in their purpose because they're shifting, because their vibration is increasing. And it's like a lot of them are now, I was in that space too, because there was a space of confusion when you don't know exactly how it's going to go, how everything's going to, unfold when you stop doing something that maybe you've done previously, and you just really got to be vulnerably open to new spaces. So today this video will be about increasing our potential, our soul potential, and serving through that, because we've been hiding for a long time. And even myself, I've been hiding because I thought that, I don't have to share the gifts in a way through energy exchange. And it was so beautiful because yesterday, the moment that, after I gave out the last video about Ascension messages, because I really wanted to share, I was guided to share. So I got 2 judgment emails. One of them was more like questioning, when somebody's questioning you and sending you messages about why you're doing things a certain way. And it's really not their job. Everybody is here to focus on ourselves. We're here to focus on us, on our purpose, and sharing with love. And there was another message that was really, like somebody despises someone. It was really low vibration. So I gave out this writing about those stubborn souls who are still not willing to shift and hop on the Ascension train, on the bus of love, the Ascension Pioneers tour bus. And all of us Ascension Pioneers being really strong, because these are our challenges. These are our button pushers. And lately, what I'm noticing is at the beginning, I used to be upset about this, when I started, or how this thing was with my move. There was just these situations because the people, the buyers, they were complicating so much, and they're in this really lower negative vibration state in fear, and they're doubting us, and they're not understanding what we're saying to them, and they're selfish because they're not really looking at other people. They're not really considering us and our seller who has 5 children, and has nowhere to go, and they're just like, yeah, And it's really interesting that even though all of that is happening, I'm in the state of peace and total surrender and trust. So if we're in these situations, we got to know it's about them. All we have to do, like I've been given this message, is we have to focus on our gifts. So yesterday the day before yesterday, when I put on that video, when I shared what I do, what I love doing, because before when I was typing messages out, I wasn't really enjoying. Now when I get to record them via audio, and I can do so much energy transmission, and my palms are heating up, and I'm really overburning with energy. It's just amazing feeling. It's like I become this tool for spirit. And like I said, sometimes people tell you, ask spirit, and you're really not asking spirit, you're tuning into spirit. Because it's not like an entity, it's all that is. So the only way we can do that is through purity. And there's a lot of people who's noticing my purity, my level, and my level of devotion to the service. And everybody sending me so much gratitude. And there's this immense love I'm feeling. And today, I could just explode. When I woke up, I felt a bit weird because I had some releasing dreams. But then the moment I plugged into my email and Facebook, it's like this love was pouring through, In the old, sometimes when you plugged into those sources, there was a lot of negativity there, and tricksters and trolls and so many things. Now it's just so much love pouring through. And it's people who are ready to step into their power and exchange communication, because what I'm noticing a lot is people who've been just maybe observing me, maybe even for years now, they're making contact with me. So we're kind of establishing deeper connection now, and people are writing to me these long letters of appreciation, not just asking me, do me a reading for free, or answer my question, but people who really are just exchanging within soul communion, and it's so beautiful. So today I felt this love, this maternal presence, this all-being presence, and I was like, oh, of course, it's Mary's Ascension Day. The energies are always increased on that day. And 15, because it's on the 15th of August, next month, exactly in 1 month's time, is my birthday, the September 15th. And 15 was always like my number, and it has a vibration of 6 when you add it together. So 15 equals 6, and it has this beautiful divine love energy, like 6, the universal love, the love frequency. And I felt, oh gosh, yes, I feel Mary's energies. I feel this softness. And Mary was tuning through a few of my messages that I've been sending out in the past few days, and was looking, oh my gosh, I did almost 30 messages in just a few days. I'm like, oh gosh. And the funny thing is, I'll speak about that, what happened after, it was only 2 judging comments. And all the rest ones were just so beautiful and so pure appreciation, and I felt immense gratitude. I felt overflowing with love, and I said, I need to record one more video, putting that energy out. It's not about me, when energy flows through me, I put it out there, I utilize it for the greater good of all, and that's what we're here. When, for example, I went for a run now, and when I'm running, I'm just feeling how all this energy is then flowing through me and into all spaces, and whoever wishes to receive it can receive it, because you're energetically putting a thread, a link there. It's how it was written in Dolores' books, that whenever we go, wherever we go, we put a piece of our energy there. It's not like we're in lack of it, but we put like an imprint. It's like you're putting imprints, like you're creating with light and with tone and your unique soul sound signature. And it's like everybody who wants to can use that, and then it activates them into their frequency. It's not a thing that you impose your frequency to others. You're just putting beauty there, and for others to see, and then to expand within their own beauty. So, like I said, when I was in the middle of all this moving and packing and so many things, I said to Spirit, but why Ascension messages? Why am I getting to do this now? And everybody was requesting them so much. And when I see where energy is flowing, I know this is the right thing to do. That's how I always operate. I operate through Spirit. Spirit has no intent like ego. Has no definitions. It knows no logic. Sometimes ego says it needs to be like this and this and that, and it has its own rules. Well, Spirit doesn't have rules. It just goes by feeling. Wherever energy needs to go, it will be directed there by the divine order. So it was a sense of, oh gosh, I need to do these messages, not need, but I felt guided to. And I said to Spirit, when I say Spirit, I mean my higher presence and within all that is, not like Spirit is this buddy of mine, I can poke and it pokes me back. No. So I was asking myself, how, I'm in the middle of moving and so many things, how can I do this all at once? And I could go into the chaos energy, but I just said, no, in my heart it feels right. And when I was giving on messages, I was getting back so much of energy, because when I'm in service, I'm noticing there's so much more energy generating through me, the energy of love, of sharing, of devotion. So the whole time I was feeling quite hyper. It was just one day that I was feeling sleepy because I didn't get enough sleep, of course. But today I feel all returns to you, all flows, And yesterday, this beautiful comment came from a divine soul saying, you know what, I was always watching your growth, and I always believed in energy exchange and paying fees for what you do, because it's kind of a thing of paying it forward. And she said, I was waiting for you. It was like, hello, when you're gonna get there? And she was really happy when I got there. And there's another soul writing to me yesterday, I'm so glad you did this. You're putting value to what you do. And she was saying, I felt you're gonna be judged by a few people, so I wanted to write you. And it's like we're so connected. And I said to her, yes, there was some judgment coming, but it was so little in comparison to how much greater the amount of gratitude and confirmation was. And all the people who were actually writing me back and giving me feedback were sending me this extensive feedback that I didn't even expect, It was all about what I was saying and everything, how it's aligned with everything, what they're going through. And I just couldn't believe, because sometimes when I'm sourcing things, I'm just randomly saying it. And sometimes I still doubt myself, and I say, why am I saying this? I don't know. Okay, obviously it's going to benefit this person somehow. When I get feedback, I see how much we're connected when we tune into Spirit through purity. And there was this negative comment, when somebody started questioning me and said, why you're saying that all is within and then you're offering readings. And I said, these are not readings in a way that I'm answering your questions. And everybody who's, serving as an Ascension guide, everybody has personal work and services they're doing and offering, and nobody offers them for free, because personal work, like I said, is personal work. And the moment, when you start putting value to what you do, and you have divine gifts and abilities, and you start using them, and that's what Mary, energy was telling me today. It was like, you guys, Ascension Pioneers, you need to start utilizing your tools, because through that you're creating so much beauty. And lately I've been receiving so many messages about creativity, that divine flow, and honoring your feelings aside from what others think and believe. It's about you. There may be naysayers all over, because they're here. They're tricksters, they're challengers, they're needed for a journey so we can expand more. You're like, no, I do things my way. And this is how we grow, because we know that it's up to us. It's our own inner power, and we decide how we're going to utilize the gifts that we have. We each have them. And sometimes I've been hiding my own, because I've been saying, I'm just here to share collectively with everyone. But the more that I got grounded into my spirituality, I saw that I cannot neglect my physical life. And I was sharing this with a beautiful soul yesterday, and she said to me, of course, And another soul, I remember seeing a video, was telling something about we need to own all of our chakras, including the densest, the lowest chakra, when we get physical. And we get to own these things, And like I've said, I don't believe in the word spiritual businesses, and it's like a profitable thing for yourself. But I believe in energy exchange, And sometimes people who see someone that offers everything so much from their heart purely for free, like I do, because I just share myself, because I know people will benefit from it. But those people who might maybe not always apply what you're saying into their own personal world and reality, and they maybe still feel they need some more triggering and some more reminders, if they will seek your personal services, that will be for the greater good. And you cannot question me or anyone else who does that work. Because, just because we do spiritual work, that is working with subtle energies, doesn't mean you're not doing work. You go to the farmer and you buy their products. You carry your car to the mechanic and you pay. And everything we do physically, we pay. But the people that offer spiritual services, I'm not talking about those New Age services when somebody is kind of telling you they're going to do things for you. I don't believe in that. I believe in empowering people with telling them where they're at energetically, and giving them the proper amount of push that will get them to activate their soul embodiment more. So what I do are not psychic insights. I'm not psychic. I never was. I work with spiritual realms and with the energy of all that is. And this way, the messages are about soul attunements. So these are soul transmissions. They're not psychic visions. And I don't know, I've just been receiving such feedback that sometimes it came as really as a surprise for me, because I'm learning to trust myself and these abilities more. And the more I do, the more offers comes, The more offers come, because I've been asking myself, why now, Spirit? Why now in such an immense amount? And the Spirit said, because now you believe in it more. Now you believe in yourself, and you're willing to establish this value for yourself for what you do, So I go to my mechanic, I pay them. And yesterday I got my car back, and they could easily tell me there was something more wrong with it, but it was like this minimum repair. And they said, it's nothing much, it was just this plastic there. And they told me, oh, it's 15 euros. And I said, here's 20, just because I value you so much, because you didn't lie to me, because there are so many mechanics who will lie to you and tell you, there was this intense repair, we needed to fix that, and they don't even do it, especially for a woman. That's how it is in 3D. And the old third-dimensional reality. And I was just so in gratitude. And when you do that, when you pay energy forward, it always comes back to you. So to get back to the message, it's like Mary energy is inviting us to create. Mary carries this blue light. It's carried within the blue light. This electric, not like this, a little darker. This is more turquoise. It's like this beautiful electrical blue, but kind of not so much like Archangel Michael. It's this beautiful blue light. Like, for example, if you go to Santorini Island and you see those roofs and those blue little cottages, it's kind of like that. And it's very nurturing, but it's also about creativity. It's about nurturing ourselves and others through our divine abilities and gifts. And I was watching this video, I think, again, from Elizabeth Harper giving color oracles, and she was co-creating with this other person. And I was choosing the cards. You always choose one for you. And it was use your divine gifts and abilities. And I was like, okay, astonished, because its sphere is always in alignment. And I said, I need to talk about this because I know there's others out there who are now shifting in their vibration so much, and they're aligning what they're going to do physically as well with their purpose of the soul, which is our frequency. Our purpose is always our vibration, and then no matter how we utilize it, it's good. It'll come, through spirit. So I felt guided to talk about this, to address this, because it's so important that we support one another in this. Not everybody's going to be sourcing messages for others or, doing videos or whatever. I'm so happy to have organic farmers who can produce things that I can buy so I can feed my body with food that nourishes me. And I'm just so grateful for every being, and everybody's equal in what they do. We're different, but we're equals. So the message today really came strongly. It is time. It is really time. I feel like somebody's writing with these big letters in spirit. It is time. No more waiting. Start doing your job, Start doing what you're good at, because it's not, it's no more time to be preventing yourself with your inner saboteur with that. And just go for it, And sometimes you feel, oh, but then I won't be able to do this and that. But when you're focused on service, it will flow to you because you will have so much more energy. Because the energy of service is the third energy that creates that life-giving energy that actually benefits the whole. So when you're doing something and you think, I won't have time for other things, but actually when you're focused on service, other things will flow. The physical will get done. And I'll give you an example. When I was focusing on Ascension messages, all the way I felt, I need to get a van for my moving, I need to get this, I need to get that, and money needs to come, I don't know how I'm going to do it. And then I got a few donations. I was so grateful for them because we already gathered, we invested all of our resources and we had nothing left. So I just trusted, and, some abundance, in the form of financial support came through. And then this person who I had a session here, and the first person from Slovenia, this guy, this nice guy, he offered to help me physically to move boxes, and he's actually helping me to get a van. And it's like everything came when I was focusing what was needed to do at that time, because so many people are shifting. And I just trusted. I said, you know what, I'm no longer going to worry, because the moment when I'm tuned into what I'm supposed to be doing in this moment, and this comes through spirit and it's in feeling, it's the feeling side of light that has answers. It's not others. The mind has its own logic. The mind will say, but you need to do this and this in order to get that done, and otherwise you won't survive. Ooh, really? Ooh, I'm really scared of you, mind. The lower monkey mind. So we're expanding so much now, and when I actually had those triggers and those challenges within my moving process, which was intense, I grew so much. And there was this soul actually writing to me yesterday saying that she felt guided to tell me that after doing the meditation about infinite abundance with me in the mountains, she had this vision of me guiding people to the mountains and being in silence, and all those people being quite introverts and really wanting to know that, that feeling that it's safe for you to be quiet and to just be nurturing in nature. And she said, I've seen you not as a teacher or a healer, I've seen you as this guide into nature space, so people can replenish and reconnect back with nature. And I was like, yes, that's how I always saw myself. I'm an elder spirit. I just want to show people the beauty of creation and reconnection back to the sacredness of life and divine principles that are stored within every molecule of all life around us. And I felt, this is my purpose. This is what I'm good at. I live this way. Like people who are reading Anastasia books, and some people even said to me, oh, you should read that. And I'm like, I don't need to. I live that way. Especially now when I'm going to go live in the mountain village, I'm going to have the opportunity to expand more into that essence of me, that it's already there. I'm just going to be expanding into it. I'm not going to be learning it. I already know it. It's just I will be more triggered and challenged into a new way of living, and I wish to share that. And then the beautiful soul also shared with me that she feels how she was actually given a message, how the infinite abundance of eighth is waiting for me after the move. And I got the same message from spirit, because it is intense. And many times I've been saying, oh, I just wish for that light at the end of the tunnel to come, because there were so many running around and errands, and it's just intense. Every day was like you're running somewhere, like, no time just to sit and just breathe. Well, I took some time when I went out or in the mountains, so that's why the whole summer was consisting of few short trips. I didn't have like 1 week of, just myself, vacation, nothing else, no camera even. I didn't have that. But I feel I will be moving to that kind of space, and it will already be there. And I will be given the opportunity to work with a new way, with a new sense of magic. And I do wish to share that magic with people. And this is what I'm good at, and everybody, is good at something more than other things, maybe. Something that you have that is more magical than anything else. And this is what you're supposed to be doing, not what you think you're supposed to be doing, not what others think. You know, I get a lot of emails, people telling me others disapprove of what I'm trying to do, others disapprove of my decisions. So, is it about others? Are you living for others? I have had so many disapprovals, but I've been a really strong spirit. I've always been like, nah. It's about me and how I decide to be a part of the greater collective, to affect it, to be more prosperous, because we're here to live infinite abundance and prosperity. This world is abundant, you know. So people who are still commenting negatively and judging us for what we do and how we come out of our spiritual closets and how we share our light, you know, these people don't understand that when they do this, they're actually rippling that back towards themselves, because we are in unity consciousness, beloveds. We've always been in unity anyway. We are unity. So when we do that, we're really stubborn and we don't want to recognize others as our extensions. So when you're criticizing someone for what they're doing, you might not agree, but that's your thing. Keep it to yourself. You know, the moment you're being disrespectful towards another, or you're looking at them from above and you're being, like I said, you're despising someone, that frequency is really low. So you might consider yourself where you are at on your journey, and you got to sweep off with that old energy, because that's stubbornness. You don't want to embrace unity. And those people who are, they're just opening so much now. And I see so many Ascension pioneers flourishing now. And also, I feel that there's like gazillion people around me in this move. I feel I'm not alone, even if maybe in the physical I feel alone. And when I write about my moving and what I'm doing, you know, and updating through status updates, and people are saying, oh, I'm so excited about your move, oh, happy moving, and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm not moving alone. I feel there's so much presence, and I bet you will be helping me to lift all those boxes up and down. Like I said, I've been fitnessing a bit in this area. We have some of the appliances, so it's just been great. Actually, when I look at it now, you know, all of this week we had some challenges with the buyers, because they really made this whole drama. Luckily, we have a real estate agent that she said she'll deal with them. But Spirit showed me this, that we need to stay on our own energy vibration. We need to be the higher states. No matter what, it's their lesson, it's their challenge. For so long, we've been plugging into that. The moment something came through others, we're like, oh, fear, because we felt their fear. Now we can feel it and say yes, and could have compassion, and then we just say that's their thing. I don't worry anymore, because I'm in the higher energy, and it will happen no matter what. It will happen anyway. Even though maybe you're not going to move or do something in that day, you will do it. It will happen. It's happening already. And I've been saying to myself, I am moving. I'm moving. I'm moving. It doesn't matter. It's all going to align. You know, because these people are really aware of others, that you just can't give notice to someone the last minute, and you have to reserve a van and people and everything. So we're like waiting for the last second what they're going to do with the last remaining part of the money, so we can actually, you know, transfer it further to our place, to our new home. And it's just been intense, and the whole time I've been just feeling it doesn't matter. It's their tests, it's their trials and tribulations, it's their karma. And some people, believe it or not, are still creating karma for themselves. Those of us who are past beyond this since, I don't know, since for a long time now, we just need to really know that our boundaries are coming from compassion. When we can understand them, but we don't energetically have to link to that energy anymore. I've been doing that too, sometimes. Because we who are empathic, we can so easily tune into that energy. But then we need to withdraw it and drop those cords and everything that's coming through and say, no, it's theirs. We no longer have to assist people energetically in a way that we gather their stuff. This is the old way. You know, we were feeding ourselves through these beliefs that we are serving in some way this way, but actually we're not really serving someone. Like I said, you're not serving someone if you're doing things for them. And that's why, let me repeat, my readings are not doing something for others. I'm not giving answers or advice. I'm energetically wrapping the whole signature of what's happening around a certain person, around the individual, so that I can help trigger their own divine remembrance. That's all I'm doing. I'm initiating. I'm triggering. I'm assisting. I'm not doing for them. So in our daily lives or wherever, we're not doing things for others anymore. This is the old way. You know, we're doing things for ourselves. And what came through one of the transmissions via Ascension messages were for someone who's shifting into their purpose as well, like so many of us. It's like we're now coming from the kind of purpose we thought was good, to be of service, that we kind of had this collective belief, and this is what is good to be of service. We're shifting into serving more personally, more individually, something like that's for us. Before we were kind of like serving in a way that we think was okay, was the best. Now we're going to be in service in a way that it's really for us. Because the moment that is so authentic, you bring more light than ever before. That's the whole thing, and it's not selfish. Because the old negative, always there, it's now really becoming like this laughing stock. You just see it, and through humor you say, yeah, you served your purpose, thank you. You reminded me, and I grew so much in my power because of you. But I also have this bigger part, which is my conscious, neutral observer that's always there, and it's beyond, and it's more expanded. So you can bark your own little song here, but I have this higher part of me that knows where it's going. It's directed, it's focused. It's for me. It's for us. So yes, so much beautiful things happening. I received an immense amount of soul connections as well. And this soul love that's pouring through in the last few days is just amazing. I cannot explain it. It's like I haven't received so many love letters for so long, and it's just beautiful, when the letters are written through. Love letters used to be like the symbol of man and woman and this romantic exchange, but a love letter is when you show appreciation for one another and respect and mutual respect, and through integrity and through your own soul communion, and it's just beautiful, and it's happening so much now. And I've been receiving messages about this for a while now, and my friend reader who has her channel and doing beautiful readings, her name's Elizabeth, and she was telling the same things, and now I feel it's happening. Sometimes you have these messages, and they're always going to tell you a bit in advance to prepare you, our guides and the Ascension team, and actually all that is. And sometimes we're like, yeah, when you get so used to it, it's not happening, but we keep being reminded, and then it starts happening, and we're like surprised, like, oh yeah, that's what it was. Gosh, I can't believe it's happening now. We feel the magic, and through magic we're gonna serve now. And I get these responses so much, from people that's going to pay it forward to you so you can see and share my excitement. One of my friends as well had this, I'm going to give this example. She had this tough period when she just switched more to the mind, exactly what I said. We think we're going to do service a certain way, and she fell into that, and then she lost the magic, she lost that reconnection, and she felt depressed. And then only by one of my videos that she randomly saw, she was reminded instantly, oh gosh, I forgot about the magic, I forgot about going out to the mountains, to nature. And my friend, the reader, she said, oh, I just went to nature, and there I received new kind of insights, like inner knowing, switching from hearing guides and more to inner knowing, because that's what's happening to people now. Like I said, when I started doing videos, I said psychic energy is going to be those people who are shifting to physical ascension path. It's going to be replaced with spiritual energy, which is tuning into all that is. Just reading, because you're connected to all, the more you expand, the more you can read all of it. So it's like the friend of mine, she saw this and she shifted, and lately I got an email from her saying, yay, I'm back in my magic zone, I feel so much more in my power, and I'm gonna shift. And she explained all those things, how she's gonna shift in her purpose, and I was like, yay, excited. Oh gosh, guys, I'm so happy. I wish I could cry right now. Oh, I'm really embarrassed because I don't know, it's just so beautiful what's happening. I'm really embarrassed. I'm sorry, guys. I can't believe, it's like my dream is finally coming true. I'm gonna live in a mountain village, which I always wanted for so long, and I was like, almost gave up. How guidance always says, don't give up right before the miracle happens. And I know I still have intense work to do and get the place together, It's like, I don't even care. It's like, it's happening. It's like I've put so much energy there, so much devotion there. And I feel so much support from all of you guys. And honestly, I'm not embarrassed. I am authentic. I am who I am. If I cry, I cry. If I laugh, I laugh. If I play, I play. I'm this innocent child, and you are too. You are an innocent, beautiful child of the divine, and there's so many people who are now remembering, and I'm just so happy, that people are starting to remember, to really remember who they are. And it's partly also because of me. I played a part, and you play a part, and there's just so many of us, and we're all intertwined, and this beauty has always been there. It's just that on this planet, this was forgotten for so long, and there was this heaviness and density, and it's like,
this decluttering has purified so much of that within people, and now I see, and I'm just so happy for each soul that gets to become self-empowered and loving themselves for who they are, not really being, drawn, whatever, dragged through other people's energies and intentions and their thoughts, and they're just claiming their vibration. I'm just so happy for each soul, and even if you influence only one person, you've done the best you can ever imagine, because you've been of service to something greater. And for me, there's nothing else that's more important, People ask me for, when is this going to happen? When I'm going to meet someone? When is this? It's all good and fine, we're still human beings and have these desires, but look around you, look at creation. You are every day waking up to the most beautiful miracle that there ever is, So don't you ever ask yourself that, how this came to be, how was this formed, how, and people say, yeah, physicality, molecules coming together, certain gases coming together. Ugh, that's the boring explanation. It's love, it's divine love that created all of this, And I'm really excited right now because there's this immense shift, and I feel Mary's love, and I feel, I don't know, I guess today I was guided to wear blue. Even my pants are blue. And I don't know, there's just this beautiful energy, and I feel such gratitude and grace, and it's all about grace. So I think this message was so long. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm really not, because it's always, what needs to come through always comes through. And tears are always, they activate so much, When you cry, sometimes you get passion flows through you. You can just feel it. It's like energy vibrates through you. And when you're passionate about something, you're actually putting new energy threads out there. Remember my last video, I was reading from the oracle about archetypes, and what it said about being a pioneer is someone who invents something and creates something that was not there before. And this is who we are, my beloved Ascension pioneers. All of us actually are. It's just that many have forgotten. But if you're tuning in, please remember this. And I'll be seeing you after my move. I still don't know. Nobody from the providers called me back. I don't know, their guests are so busy, or they don't want new customers, but I'm not sure about my internet connection, how it's going to come through. Right now I'm just surrendered. I'm really in trust, So the only thing that I really need to do what I do to connect with all of you, I actually don't have, but it's for some sort of reason, I guess. And I will see you soon as I can, after the relocation takes place and after I get my internet back. I love you so much. If you will send me an Ascension message request or payment until then, I promise you, if I won't be able to do it now because of my internet, I'll be doing it as soon as I get everything established back. So until then, take care. I love you all so much, and thank you for remembering who we are together with me and being on this journey with me. Gosh, it sounds like a goodbye, but it is. It's not like goodbye from the world. It's a goodbye from one cycle of my life, and I felt these tears needed to flow because I feel I'm completing one cycle that was just so long. Gosh, it's going to be 30 years in September, It's like, wow. It is. Maybe some people think it's not, but for me it's huge because I'm very hyper being, and in 30 years I've lived through a lot of things that most people don't, There's people who only party until they're 30, and maybe then they get a bit serious, and I think it's like, wow, huge cycle ending and something new beginning. We're birthing something new, yay. So until then, I'll see you all, and I love you all. So much love. Bye.